Hey guys.
Hi. Is Chloe still up there? I have to find out.
Do you think that when we come out of this, it's gonna be Groundhog Day? Like we're gonna have to live the
be
same?
in our school again?
What
the
the
shitballs was that?
That couldn't have been a rock. All right, this is dream physics here because that doesn't make sense.
No, that rock flowed like an empty
I've
tent.
never seen a storm like this in Oregon.
Ooh. Can I?
Can you rewind and run through?
I didn't even think that I'd be able to use my powers here.
Yeah.
I think this deer gave me the powers. I knew there was deer symbolism happening.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Oh dear.
I feel like the dough is eating me. Oh my lord! The tornado is back!
Just wait, I have to read the newspaper. Did you see the newspaper?
Yeah. But I can't get to it.
Shit. Now you can. This is a priority right
October 11th? Is this Friday? That's only 4 days away.
This has got strong Donnie Darko overtones.
Oh yeah, with the deer.
And this whole scene, like this whole, like,
for the town.
seemingly impossible doom that's coming.
Chloe, you're here. I'm back. Oh my lord, this is real. It's real. Oh man, this sucks.
Max, what's going on? You totally blacked out.
I didn't black out. I had another vision. The town is going to get wiped out by a tornado.
Oregon gets about 5 tornadoes every 20 years. You just zoned.
No, I saw it. I could actually feel the electricity in the air.
Come on, take a breath, okay?
Chloe, I'm not crazy. But there's something else I have to tell you. Something hardcore.
Talk to me, Max.
I had this same vision earlier in class. When I came out of it, I discovered I could reverse time. Like I said, not crazy.
But high, right?
Listen to me. How do you think I saved you in the bathroom?
By reversing time? Yeah, sure.
I saw you get shot, Chloe. Saw you actually die. I was able to go back and hit the fire alarm.
Okay, I see you're a geek now with a great imagination, but this isn't anime or a video game. People don't have those powers, Max.
I don't know what I have, but I have it. And I'm scared shitless.
Becky's favorite moment in anything.
It's been a hell insane fucking day.
It's even got
the hell is this?
bits of
Snowflakes?
Magnolia
It's like
feel to it as well.
80 degrees. How?
Climate change.
Huh?
Or a storm
So
is
much for
coming.
global warming.
Max,
Got you before me.
start from the beginning. Tell me everything.
What's 80 degrees mean?
It's like 18.
The soundtrack
Is
is,
it?
really cool.
Yeah,
Like,
totally.
it's got
Joyce, look outside.
emotional strength. Oh, Warren. Yeah, this is so Magnolia.
26 degrees Celsius? Whoa, that was way off.
Oh, you haven't even met that character yet.
No.
Got a bit of American Beauty to it too. These movies have to have a genre.
Yeah,
You know,
right?
like
Do
the
they?
whole music swelling, time passing by us, lives clashing, coming together, breaking apart. the loneliness of people and their distance from each other,
Yeah.
each with their own silent battles that they're fighting. There's got to be a shorter name for the genre than what I just described. Yeah.
Hey,
That
what was
always
all that?
culminate into some sort of iconic or
Slice of
same-
life?
Existentiality would be a bit. Yeah, they're usually existential. They're also usually like, melancholic and surreal. I don't think it's pretentious, no. I would also put it a little bit in the Punch Drunk Love hits that category too.
Yeah.
These usually they're like they revolve around a single person or multiple people's breaking points in a life, like life-changing moments.
What about mumblecore?
I haven't.
Somebody said that that's the name of the film genre
Oh, I
for
didn't.
this.
Never
Not
heard of that.
familiar with that term either.
Oh, not feel good. Never feel good. These types of movies are melancholic, not
Yeah.
feel good. They may make you feel good in a certain way, like how melancholy makes people feel sometimes.
More like feel bad.
Haunting, I would say, more than feel good.
Yeah.
Eternal Sunshine has kind of got that feel too, right?
Yeah.
It seems like that's where they're going with it, though you don't usually see the payoff moment so early. But I guess because this is episodic,
Yeah.
it's kind of doing that. What'd you think of it so far?
I'm into it. I liked it a lot. It's kind of like what we were talking about earlier, how the way dialogue is delivered, sometimes you can't tell if it's bad acting or poorly written or supposed to be what teenagers are actually like.
Is it?
I'd like to think that it's what teenagers are supposed to be like, right?
Is this a foreign game? Like, where was this made? Is this French? Is it Japanese? / American? Like, is it a cross between an American studio and a...
I have a feeling that JSC didn't like this game. It's just badly written.
Because when I hear it is French. Okay, so that explains the dialogue. Because there's strong feelings and overtones of, like, heavy rain delivery.
Yeah.
Awkward, somewhere lost in translation type delivery.
Yeah.
So is the director French? Don't Nod are a French studio. So French people directing English actors to deliver their lines.
Yeah.
So there's something that gets crossed wires, which doesn't always mean that it's going to end up with a bad result, because sometimes that surreal delivery that results from that kind of collaboration ends up creating something that sticks with you.
Yeah.
Even if it felt awkward, it sticks with you because it feels
it felt
unique, right?
really awkward at first, but it did grow on me as well as it went on.
So, in a way, it could even, like, that awkwardness, that unintentional awkwardness lends itself to the feeling of teenagers expressing themselves, which is just a series of thinking that you're saying one thing, but people are perceiving it in completely different because you have no control over your dialogue, just like a baby has no control over their limbs.
Yeah.
Like, teenagers never express themselves in the way they intended, really.
Yeah, they often don't.
So in a way,
It feels almost real for the awkwardness.
yeah, because it is real, because it was unintentional, real awkwardness. And the forced, like, the sort of, it was Montreal. So it's a French-Canadian development studio. Yeah,
well, at least the QA was.
It's kind of fun going into this game knowing nothing. I'd only heard briefly some mention of time control, but besides that,
Yeah, I didn't
and the
know.
short trailer that we'd watched.
I didn't know much either. I just knew it seemed like a polarizing game. Like, people seemed to love it or think that it was had
It's,
like big missteps.
It's I would say like my biggest criticism might be that it's slow paced, that it takes a while to get you to I mean
Montreal just did the QA in the game.
Oh, okay.
No development. Okay.
Is it slow paced when within the first like half hour of the game you find out you can control time? That shouldn't be considered slow paced, right? But
yeah.
As far as story progression and development goes, I guess the best thing to compare this game to is something like Walking Dead, which is constantly moving things along with some new moment or
Yeah.
like.
Do you think that it's slow paced because of all the
It's minutia.
rewinding and going forward?
No,
and...
well, sure, that might add to it because you're doing multiple outcomes, but it's just the fact that what we are doing is minutia, as opposed to in Telltale's, like in Walking Dead, you're like every other moment of doing something to survive because a random zombies are attacking you, or like you're solving sometimes like menial problems like how to get duck off the fucking tractor or something, but for the most part, from moment to D4 has its serenity to keep things interesting, and then Wolf Among Us has these crazy new Fable characters that are constantly keeping things interesting.
Yeah.
So while this is interesting, it's on a very more subdued tone.
Yeah.
This is like the equivalent of like going from watching a Marvel movie, I guess, to watching Downton Abbey. You know, like it's not necessarily bad. Like it's can be
different.
Good drama. It's a different level. You have to recalibrate your excitement levels.
Yeah, yeah.
For drama as opposed to drama.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, and I agree.
So I'm not saying that it's necessarily bad, but it does take some getting used to.
I love it whenever they think they're family.
Are you like intrigued by the mystery of it all and like the missing girl?
Yeah.
Did that hook you? It hasn't well, I guess it has. I mean, what's David up to? Oh, this is percentage of people. Mm-hmm. You reported Nathan, or you hid the truth. You made fun of Victoria. You comforted her. You took a photo of David harassing Kate, or you intervened to help out Kate.
We're with I felt like we were going with the majority.
Well, I really like Kate so far.
Yeah.
As a character, I love her. That I have to comment on. Character design for a game that is stuck within the realm of not being able to be like Fables.
Yeah.
You know, they're not doing a Wolf Among Us, and like it's easy for what I'm saying is, I think that the character design was good. Each character was very distinct without being outrageously different. You know, like a Borderlands game would be a good example. Borderlands just tosses on some extra shit, sticks some shit to them, or like gives them some crazy personality trait or like, you know, thing to make them distinct. They don't have that luxury. Because it's not a fantasy atmosphere. And despite that...
Yeah, and different body types, like we said earlier.
And yeah, despite not being able to go overboard, like the blue hairs and tattoos, that's obviously... But that's beholden to her character. Like, she's a punky type. And she's also, because of her dad's death, I guess, had more freedom than most kids would have been allowed during that transition period before the stepdad came in.
Yeah.
Seems like her mom kind of let her run loose for those 5 years until the stepdad reeled things in.
Yeah, maybe.
But
I'm really not interested in the high school drama stuff.
But I think they did a good job of portraying it.
I think they did too.
Especially that first scene when you jump out into the hallway and the whole. It could have been a bit more bustling, but for the most part, it felt like
We got knocked out of the way a couple times.
Yeah.
There's another page, and we can also compare our friend stats.
You let him draw the portrait. 50-50 on the portrait, eh?
Yeah.
Huh, yeah. I kind of just wanted to see what it was going to look like. You signed Miss Grant's petition. Wow, I'm surprised that was so split. You helped Alyssa's...
Not
oh,
get
okay.
hit by the football.
Some people didn't.
Yeah.
I just wanted to collect the broken window for the thing.
I wanted to help her.
You erased the insults on Kate's slate. You didn't erase Kate's slate. I didn't know I could. I didn't see the option. You watered your plant. You didn't
What
water.
kind of asshole doesn't water their plants?
You touched Dana's pregnancy test. So some people left it with that. I like how it was you touched it. You didn't just like inspect it. Good pregnancy. You recognized Victoria's photos.
Reorganized.
Oh, you reorganized. You didn't. Okay. Most people didn't.
Interesting.
Huh.
It's like the only one we did. Well, one of the only ones.
Apparently I didn't rub that RV enough.
I'm sorry.
You saved the bird. You let the bird... How is that 50-50? Fuck!
Bird just flew into the fucking window and you can rewind time.
He was anti-Semitic though, so...
Oh, maybe
I
other
understand.
people knew that before.
Yeah.
You're right.
You broke Chloe's snow globe. Most people rewound. You left evidence while searching through David's stuff. You didn't leave in any evidence. Oh shit, I didn't rewind after that.
Oh.
I forgot to rewind.
Oh well.
You read David's files. Some people didn't.
Oh, some people didn't go into the parents' room. Some people weren't nosy fuckers like you.
Well, this is interesting. This is how I'm switching between friends.
Are friends assholes or
Are
what?
friends more likely to help Alyssa? I'm looking for significant differences.
Whoa.
Our friends were more likely to water the plants.
Everybody didn't
All
touch
of our
the
friends
pregnancy
didn't
test.
touch the pregnancy test. The major difference here, most of our friends didn't touch Victoria's. Even more of our friends were way more likely than the general public to not touch the photos.
Oh, interesting.
They were more likely to save the bird. That's good to know.
Yeah.
They were more likely to not break the snow globe. Who gives a shit? Didn't leave any evidence. Man, we really missed out.
That's
there.
okay. That's all right.
You read David's files. Most of our friends did. You stayed hidden. You came out. Our friends were way more likely to come out of hiding. You can blame Chloe?
Whoa, dude, not cool.
I didn't even know that was an option. Our friends were way more likely to report Nathan, more likely to comfort Victoria, and more likely to intervene with Kate. Yeah, I'm pretty intrigued by the drama, the character drama. There's a lot of unknowns there. I would say mainly, like, what are we most looking forward to figuring out? What the fuck David's up to?
Yeah, that's like totally number one for me. And then
Why-
Rachel is number two.
Do you think Kate's all she seems?
Maybe not.
She's got some weirdness about her. She's one of the most intriguing characters. Here's my predictions that I almost hope don't come true because I think it'd be cliche. I think David's going to turn out to be not as bad a guy as he seems.
Yeah.
He's going to be virtuous. I think that's kind of a blanket statement that's easy to argue came true no matter what happens. I'm going to say, like, genuinely, like, he's going to be, like, close to the story's hero or something. So far, like, even that far. Second, I think that the teacher is going to have some sexual interaction with student, and he's going to turn out to be a very not good guy.
Yeah.
A very much a sleaze. And I'm thinking that the whole, Rachel is the missing girl, is going to be a very Laura Palmer-esque Catter Wiccan many candle making bats. That's not an analogy. What's the dipter wick? It's a guy's analogy.
Yeah.
Anyways, the point is that she's doing it all with everybody and was like Laura Palmer incarnate, like intrigued with the mystery of everybody fucking every adult man and like spoilers for Twin. Anyways,
So those are the things you don't want to come true, but
because
you
they'd
could
be
totally
cliche,
see
kind
it.
of like
Yeah.
kind of that I see coming.
Yeah.
The other thing was, that I wanted to mention was that the whole referencing Twin Peaks, and it was on the license plate of the truck. I think it said Twin Peaks.
What did it say?
Or it was like mudded up so it could say Twin Peaks. You were meant to think that it said Twin Peaks. Anyways, for the game to reference that and give a nod and maybe even compare itself, I would not ever compare this to.
Was it Twin Peaks? It had. Yeah, it was.
So
okay.
I wouldn't even begin to compare the two because, sure,
we
you can
already
draw
have.
comparisons.
Yeah.
Certainly, there's like you can tell that they're paying some homage to it.
But
That's
you
what we
would
say in film
leave.
school. Homage.
You would leave all of that out for somebody else to discover on their own.
Yeah. Well, what I think is that they shouldn't compare themselves because Twin Peaks, they didn't even come close to intriguing me as much as the first episode of Twin Peaks did. Like, if that's what they're thinking that they're going for, and if that's what they think they've intrigued us, like, they did not achieve Twin Peaks level of hook for the first episode. I don't think anything hooks as much as Twin Peaks on the first episode.
Yeah.
I dare any one of you out there who hasn't seen Twin Peaks to watch the first episode and stop. I fucking dare you. You will not. And I mean stop for life. I don't mean like stop and then go knowing that you'll one day go back to it and be like, haha, I proved Frasier wrong. I didn't have to watch it after that.
It's like the times whenever I eat just one Pringle. Because once you pop, you can't stop. Like, fuck you, but I know tomorrow I'm going to eat more of those goddamn Pringles.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, not like that.
How about this? Watch it and don't watch another episode for a year. If you do that, then you've succeeded.
Evil Pun did watch Twin Peaks first episode and nothing else? Liar!
I'm calling you a goddamn liar.
What? Death by Blunderbuss didn't get hooked either?
I would say...
At the 40-minute mark? What the shitballs?
Okay, just let's not get... I'm just going to get angry or something. All right, so anyways, I would say more than Twin Peaks, towards the end especially, way stronger comparisons to Donnie Darko. I'm seeing here.
Yeah. I need to see Donnie Darko again, actually.
And there's one other thing I wanted to mention about the people. I forgot.
I would like my young teenage nieces to play this. I think that they would like it.
You think they're gearing it towards young adults?
Well, I think that it would be kind of cool for them to watch, just to see, I don't know, they're going into high school and to see that other people feel the way they do going into a new environment.
Yeah. Have they read Catcher in the Rye yet?
No.
Then priorities.
Okay.
They can read Catcher in the Rye
fine.
first.
Let's buy them Catcher in the Rye and then...
Oh, Melly, I'm just gonna... Didn't even know what to say to people. It's like saying I don't like Christmas.
You don't like Christmas.
Yeah, I don't like everybody else's version of Christmas. Still like Christmas.
Oh, okay.
Fuck, there's one other thing I wanted to mention, but I just can't think of it. Did you have any other thoughts?
I love Twin Peaks. I kid. Nope.
And what do you think about... at this point, it feels like so many people are a suspect for what's going down. But I'm going to tie it... my predictions plot-wise is I'm going to tie it all into the rich...
Prescott?
the rich kids in general. There's something going on with the Vortex Club, but Prescott, I think, is going to be exactly what you see him as at this point. I think you're going to see him be involved in some shady shit. He's very like comparable to in Twin Peaks, the biker guy.
Yeah. Oh my god. Oh yeah, the lip syncing is.
Oh, so technically, like the game on a technical level is
good.
Unfortunate.
Yeah.
But it could have been a bit better. No, yeah, I wouldn't even. It's a pretty big miss.
Yeah. I'm fortunate in that I can ignore it and just not look at their mouths when they're talking.
It wasn't just the lip syncing; the expressions were very stiff.
Yeah.
And in a game that is based on close-ups and expressions and dialogue, I feel like that has to be hitting the nail on the head. Even Telltale, I find that I'm not completely okay with. Like, they do a pretty good job because they over-animate the expressions. You have really wide, cartoonish eyes sometimes, even.
Yeah.
Sometimes to comical effect.
Yeah.
Reactions and stuff. But at least they're getting the reaction across. At least you see what expression you were supposed to see.
Everyone's expression here is just like meh, though.
They're very stiff. And that's too bad because... Rizu says she's okay with it, doesn't take you out of it. It does, it may not take you out of it, but I think that you're nowhere near as attached as you could be. If there's any place where facial animation technology, like capture technology, could have been used to great effect, it's in a game like this.
Do you think that they tried to stylize it in a way that...
would let them work
Get
around
away
their
with it?
limitations? I guess, but I mean, that doesn't give any excuse for lack of animation. It was still stiff. Especially when you compare it to its peers in like, I don't think that Telltale uses facial capture tech, but their animators clearly go the distance with putting in the little movements and stuff.
Yeah.
And yeah, the lip sync wasn't even there, but
there were no hiccups in the frame rate like Telltale games.
That's
a good
true.
point
At least the
given
engine
to-
was running
Yeah.
smoothish. There was a couple scene transitions that were a little, but you know. We also didn't see any really action-based scenes.
Yeah.
So in that sense, it wasn't as engaging as Telltale. But in general, I'm interested in playing the next one.
Yeah, I am too. Do you want a sneak peek of the next episode? Probably not.
Why do they sneak peek it?
Yeah, if you press circle to exit.
I don't know. Ooh.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Whatever, we can fucking save her. Easy.
Ooh. Continue your story with episode 2, Out of Time, coming March 2015. Join the conversation using #LifeIsStrange.
Best friends forever. Walking on the roadway track till your foot gets stuck and I have to rewind time. What?
Wow. Is that a first for Becky, making up lyrics on the show? Moving in on my territory, I'm gonna have to up my game.
Yes, you will.
You gonna make any predictions on sexuality here? I think after
Straight and bisexual.
we've had a few games breaching this topic lately, and I feel like that might be cliche at this point, or like a little predictable.
I'd
for
like
to
it if
go
it
that
didn't play
direction.
out, it just was.
Not even acknowledged.
Yeah.
And that you just have to draw your own conclusion about Rachel and Chloe's relationship.
Well, like, you can
and
find out, but I don't want it to be like
Max. I think childhood friends Max and Chloe were platonic.
Yeah.
But I think that it's
I
alluding to
don't want
Rachel
that.
and Chloe being something special.
I think so. But I don't want Chloe to try to start something with Max. Because that would be stupid.
No, I don't think that would be really weird. It wouldn't work. But
To advertise for the game that there will be like 4 to 5 extremely different endings.
that's interesting. Wouldn't that be nice? As
Yeah.
opposed to an ending that we get the exact same thing with Telltale. That'd be a big win for me if they actually pull that off then.
Yeah. What about the price? How much was it?
The price is $5 an episode or $20 for the full 5. I would
$20 per episode? Or wait,
it's
what'd you
$5 an episode
Okay.
or $20 for all 5.
Oh.
So you save $5.
I think that's worth it. What do you think? Are you thinking that it's too expensive?
I'm just trying to decide whether I would recommend somebody save the $5 all at once or just
Oh.
buy $5 at a time just in case. Like, I mean, that's the safe thing, right?
Nah, I'd buy $20 for the whole game.
I think I was skipping down, but I didn't look at the photos on the right. And I just realized that I could probably, like, I'm not going to skip any further down. I think each one probably
Let me
shows you a
see.
set of 3.
You don't look, I'll look. Don't look!
Stop it! Stop it!
Oh my god!
I don't want you looking either! Stop it!
I saw everything. It's just pictures from what we've already seen. Don't worry. Don't worry your butt. Hey, we're best kid friends from when we were kids. We hung out all the time as kids.
Good job on these costumes, too.
Thank you.
Pretty mellow game, though, overall, right?
Oh yeah, totally.
It's
I'm
kind of
okay
weird
with
coming
that,
back
though.
to this.
Yeah, and not
Being gone
having
for so
like
long and not having like an over-the-top, like crazy
yeah.
title to play. But do you think that it'll end up having any, like, kind of the hallmark of games like this, as we've seen from Telltale's series? Usually a lot of, like, woo moments, you know, like big reaction moments.
Yeah.
Do you think this will have those?
Oh yeah, I think it will.
Yeah?
As the story progresses, I think so. I think this is chill because they're just setting everything up.
Yeah, you can't. You have to have a barometer, like, or you can't always be running so high. Like, I do feel like I've grown desensitized with Telltale games to dramatic moments because I'm just
Yeah.
always expecting it now.
Yeah. Tornado got a reaction out of me.
But it is cool to see more companies doing this style of game as well.
Yeah. It's really cool that it's not Telltale. Telltale games are awesome, but I don't know, I just need to see somebody else do it.
Maybe Telltale can license the engine from these guys so that we don't have to
Yeah,
play
really.
that broken Telltale shit anymore. But yeah, I guess that's
Play it on your own and pick the different options.
yeah, go check it out, guys. I think it's worth the checking out. And
Yeah.
we'll be checking out the next episode when it comes back after you guys get a chance to play it.
Yes.
So, this has been Video Games Awesome Live. Life is strange.
Isn't it though?
Awesome. It is a weird title. So, it's funny though, like, just a closing thought, that it is a French studio. Because every time I thought that we were playing this game, like, I kept on saying the name in my head, and it's like, all I could think was to say, life is strange.
Really?
Life is strange. Like, in a French accent.
Weird.
And it's totally the title that a French person would come up with. Life is strange.
Funny.
All right, we'll see you next time, guys.
Bye.